Look at the date that Jeremiah wrote that. And now in the year 2025 AD, this is coming to pass. But look at the faces of the women when he said America got to get in. Yo, the depression of these damn women. Because your day, Eve, you know, right? Gallivanting, running around America, doing this and that. You better be prepared for troops. You better be prepared to get ravished, starvation. Oh, these men gonna abandon these women, man.
Version of this, because I know we're on YouTube. The long story short is they buy our politicians. They have a huge lobbying organization. They're the only foreign country really that can lobby to the level that they do. All of our politicians, basically in real positions of power, are paid off.
He talking politics and money. That's not even money, man. This guy don't know what he talking about, but he's trying his best. You know, he's lost the sauce. He don't know what the hell is going on. He blaming this on politics and money.
And whenever they pass legislation, whether Democrat or Republican, they're always passing bills that benefit Israel. Because in every single infrastructure in American society, they have control to some degree, whether it's the media, it's Hollywood, it's social media. The first time you see the black woman, I mean, she completely shuts her mouth for the whole segment. Ain't got shit to say. First of all, you're dumb as a doorknob. You can't even enter into this conversation. And you're scared as hell. Because the fun and game's about to be over. There's an enormous amount of control. Politics, law enforcement, they're in every, crevice of American society with influential positions. And that allows them to kind of use that influence for the betterment of Israel. We got some government employees that have dual allegiance with two passports. So this is something that, is a very serious problem. A lot of Americans aren't familiar with it. But, our foreign policy is basically controlled through Israel and their...
صدای متجاوز به خاک وطن، صدای متجاوز به صدای حق و حقیقت است. آنچه که ملاحظه کردید، صدایی که شنیدید، فضای غبارآلوده استدیو
Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. This is y&ymission. Like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. y&ymission teaches the 100% truth doctrine as GMS. Okay. And you saw those videos. These women are shook out here. Okay. Use the elders and the prophets from Saints of New Jersey, GMS, New Jersey camp. So make sure you subscribe and check their videos out as well too. Make sure you subscribe to all the prophets, okay, and the elders and apostles of GMS, the men that are out here doing the Lord's work, okay. And GMS, like I always been saying, has 100% true. Okay, so as you can see, these women are shook out here in those videos. Okay, heathen women. Okay, Eve. Okay, prophecies are coming to fruition. They're unraveling. All right, and the looks on their faces, you hear their screams. Okay, the Lord is not playing with these women anymore. Okay, no, none of these women are going to get away with the bullshit that they've been accustomed to, the lap of luxuries that they've been living in, okay? And especially you Israelite women, you House of Israel, you southern and northern tribe women, okay? Judah, all the way down to Zebulon, okay? So you women are, you're seeing these things that are happening in the world, okay? And they looking shook. They looking like deer in headlights, all right? And you could, you can see this for yourself, all right? All right, these videos, okay? So Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, right? Okay? like the elder was saying. All right, they were quiet in that that podcast with Anton and Myron from Fresh and Fit. Okay, they were quiet as shit. They didn't have no input, okay? Because they know that the bullshit is coming down, okay? And they don't have a dog in the fight. They're going to keep their mouth closed in these times, all right? That's Eve. Eve is quiet. She is our enemy right now, all right? Then she that is my enemy shall see it. She's seeing and hearing everything that's going on, all right? And shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? Right. And they look shamed. They look like they're getting in that shame face, okay? That spirit of humbling down. The Lord is humbling these women down, okay, whether they want to or not, okay? Shame shall cover her, right, which said unto me, this is what she said to us, where is the Lord thy God? Now she's, these women are starting to see that the prophets, okay, that are out there on the highways and byways, the men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, okay, the men GMS that, have the 100% truth, the things that they're saying, they're starting to see come to fruition, okay? They're starting to understand, okay? And it's going to become apparent as, time moves forward, okay? As we get closer to the arrival of Yahushua, these women are going to start seeing that, your normal men like Anton and Myron don't have all the answers. They don't know the whole 100% truth. They can't, guide them, okay? They won't be able to bring stability and comfort to the women, okay? They're going to start understanding that, okay, through the Spirit, all right? So women are going to start seeking out what? Men of the Lord, okay? So it said, my eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Okay, you already see these heathen women getting trodden down out in the street. Okay, out in Gaza. Okay, they dying like crazy. Okay, then now Israel switched their attention to Iraq. Okay, and Israel. So their women are wailing away too. You had Ukrainian women wailing away. All right, and still are. Okay, Russian women wailing away, okay, over the loss of their men and their cities are being attacked. So you Babylonian women, you black women, so-called, you Edomite women, white women, okay, you Hispanic women, okay, that over here, you are going to be just like these women in these other nations too. You UK women, European women, okay, Western European women, okay, and France, okay. The Lord is giving you a taste of what you women are going to experience too. You're going to be hiding under cars, okay, crying when you hear where those bombs and missiles get dropped in your city, okay, and looking stupid on podcasts. And when you're around men that are talking about men, things that are going on with men, okay, you are going to be a fly on the wall, okay? Keep your mouth closed. Because you don't know what's going on at all. Okay? And a lot of these women are going to be what? Trodden down. Okay? These 2/3 women. Okay? Israelite women. House of Israel. So-called black, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanic women. Okay? You're going to be trodden down in these streets. Okay? All right? Hiding under cars, trodden down. All right? Once all hell break loose. And it's about to. This is good. To look on their faces and their screams of these heathens, all right? All right, Isaiah 32:11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Okay? Tremble, yeah. They look shook. They were at ease. These Western heathen women at ease. These Western Israelite women at ease. Okay? Tremble. You saw the woman, the Iranian woman that was on the news. When that bomb hit, she hauled ass out of there. She jumped and hauled ass up out of there. Tremble. Okay? Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Eve is sitting in a podcast trembling in her mind. Quiet. They trembling. All right? You saw the other, the Israeli woman hiding beside the car. Trembling. All right? Nothing, not even, popping off. It's just sirens. She can hear things at a distance, but she's trembling. Okay? So be troubled, ye careless ones. Be troubled, you 2/3 women. You so-called blacks, Latino, Hispanic women, be troubled. Because you're careless. All right? You heathen women too. You Arab women. Okay? You European women. Okay? West and East. All right? You Asian women. Okay? Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare. And gird sackcloth upon your loins. Okay? So the Lord is going to be taking away everything, all right? Your ability to drive, your ability to just walk out and walk your dog, your ability to just go to the store, all that shit. He's going to make you bare, all of you women, you heathen women and you Israelite women, all right? You're going to be mourning. You seeing that in the videos. I just put together the compilation of videos for you. All the women, no matter what language you speak, okay, fears the same thing. Everybody understands fear. All right. 1 Timothy 5:6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Right. And that's the Western woman. Okay. She liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Okay. That all that bullshit is being put to an end right now. Okay. Living in the lap of luxury, going out, having girls trips. She's dead doing that, not fulfilled. The women have more access to anything they can absolutely want this time in 2025, 2024, and they're still not happy. They're unhappy. They're more unhappy than ever. Right. Why? 1 Timothy 5:6. But she that liveth in pleasure, going out, taking trips, flying here and there, doing all the things, making all the money, sleeping with all the men that they could possibly want to. Okay. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Right. So, a lot of those women on the first, the podcast, on the elders page, those women look dead. Okay. Worried, but dead too. All right. They're just sitting there like zombies, like deers in headlights. That's how they look. All right. And so are these heathen women too. All right. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Okay. You hear them screaming and whatnot, all right? Okay, they were benefiting off, living in Israel, getting all the aid. Now they hauling ass up out of there. They hauling ass up out of Iran, Tehran too. The Arab women with their men. Everybody hauling ass. They hauling ass out of Ukraine. Okay? Russia's being attacked like crazy too. Okay? China's desolate. China's goddamn ghost town. Mossad did a number on China, okay? They thought they were the next best thing smoking. Okay? The Pride, I did lessons on Moab, Chinese, okay? So, but you Israelite women, you black, Latino, Native American, Hispanic, so-called, the women of the house of Israel, okay? You all are lived in, had a lot of pleasures, but you were dead, okay? You got been exposed with that goddamn Chinese Timu and Shin bullshit and luxury goods. You looking crazy out here. All right. All that's over with. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Right. You've been at ease since what? The 50s, 60s? You better rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. The prophets and elders, bishops, apostles, okay, a great millstone have been out there, since the 60s, okay? Letting you know all these things that are going to happen and are coming to pass and that have claimed to pass, okay? Rise up, okay? The Lord is letting you know what's going on and what's going to happen and how to get right, what you have to do through the prophets, okay? But you all don't, listen. And we know it's not for everybody, okay? We know that 2/3 y'all have to be destroyed. You're no good to nobody, not even the Lord. So you're just gonna be destroyed on this side. Okay, somebody has to take an L. Okay, the men of the Lord, the prophets. Okay, they've been taking L's. Servants, they've been taking L's. All right, for the longest. So it's time for you 2/3 and you heathens to take L's now, right? You're seeing that. So you better, got to get right. But a lot of you all are going to get left, literally. All right. Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. Right. You got the, with the children, the daughters of Zion, the house of Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, women, okay? You've been troubled since 2019, 2020. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. You got the jab, okay, health complications, financial complications, government rolling back benefits, okay, all types of financial issues, marital issues, okay, relationship issues, okay, issues in the workplaces and all types of madness, okay? You all are being troubled. You daughters of Zion, okay? The house of Israel, the women of the house of Israel being troubled, okay? So are the heathen too. Ye careless women, okay? For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come, right? That's the benefits and the old things and how things used to be. It shall fail, okay? What you're used to leaning on, food stamps, Section 8, that's failing, okay? The gathering shall not come, right? These girls' trips, these brunches, the clubs, the scene, the partying, like the elder said, all that playing around and all that bullshit is stopping. Them bitches had a serious look on their face. They look like deer in headlights. Okay, just sitting up there, The only thing moving is their eyes, eyelids, and them swallowing every time he says something. Uncomfortable, all right? The gathering shall not come. And no other women are, in one of the videos, you can hear a whole bunch of women look like they were in a house or apartment or something screaming, okay? You being up under a whole bunch of women because you don't want to be up under the authority or rule of a man is not going to save you hoes, all right? You shacking up with your sisters and cousins, okay? Women are not meant to live like that, all right? You're meant to be, every woman is supposed to be with a man, okay? And be up under that man's leadership, okay? His guidance and his rules. And it's 100% more accurate in these times, okay? Spiritual guidance, okay? Because a whole bunch of bitches living up in an apartment, okay, trying to split rent or whatever they trying to do, that's a recipe for disaster, especially if it's kids involved, because women can't get along with each other, okay? No matter what. There's no sisterhood unless the women are under one man, and that's what it's going to be. 7 women, all right, to 1 man. All right, so y'all trying to scapegoat and go around being in a, under subjection to men, that's going to end too. These bitches going, if they lapping up in an apartment or a house or something, that's going to break down. Okay, Lord's going to put a spirit on y'all to be fighting and everything in there. All right, to break that up. So many days and years shall you be troubled. Okay, you careless women. So no matter what you do, or where you try to find comfort, okay, if it's not with a man of the Lord, okay, a man that has the 100% truth, okay, you're going to be troubled more and more, all right, until you're ultimately destroyed, okay, and that's if Most High has mercy on you. Isaiah 32:12, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vines, right, and those women probably, while Myron and Anton were talking, they probably were daydreaming, all thinking about, damn, I'm not going to be able to go to, H&M, hit the mall, order this and order that online and, hit the Gucci store, okay, and buy some Prada or, get some Coach bags, I can't hit the club no more. I can't go down in Miami. I don't have no money. I don't have my female friends don't have no money, or they're not doing anything. We can't take no trips overseas. That's probably what they were thinking. Damn, they talking about all this shit I don't even understand, but it sounds like the fun and games is over with. That's how they were looking. The pleasant fields and the fruitful vines, right? All the benefits. My credit messed up. How I'm going to get a new car? My car acting up. That's what they thinking about. The relationships that they abuse with men and with people that, their family. Damn, I'm out in the city by myself. All this is breaking off. What happens if it break off here? Can I move back home with this one? Can I go live with this man? Can I use this man? That's what they were looking like. Looking like they're trying to weigh their options in their head. Well, if I just, butter this man's biscuits, will he take me back? Okay, damn, I did him too dirty. He ain't gonna fuck with me no more. When all this bullshit happened. See, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vines. They shall lament for everything, that they were given and got over on people and used people for. Okay, all that shit's coming to an end. Lord, stopping that bullshit. Judgment's out here. Right. Ecclesiastes 7:3. Sorrow is better than laughter. Right. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Right. And that's how they look. Depressed, like the elder said. Depressed, sad. Right. They ain't laughing now. Them hoes ain't. You gonna hear less and less of these hyenas, okay, online, cackling it up. All right. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Right. Humbling. So they're going to be sad. Your women in your life should be sad. If you're in this truth, a woman that is around you a lot, or she should be sad. No matter if she's a co-worker, you with her or not, you should see a change in her. I see the change in my woman I'm with. She humbled down a lot. A lot. Sad. All that playing around and shit, that shit is over with. And I wasn't having that anyway. So Lord got her straightened out. You tell these women, when they buck up, you tell them, okay, the Lord can show you better than I can tell you. All right. So what is he doing? Ecclesiastes 7:3. Sorrow is better than laughter. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. You hear them heathen women out there screaming and wailing and crying, acting a fool. You saw the Iranian woman haul ass, jumping, haul ass when that damn roof was about to cave in on her head. She hauled ass out of there, all right? This is sorrow, okay? Sadness. So all the bullshit that these women are going to be going through, all the options in their head, that their little scrawny pea-brain heads that they're trying to make up, all the plans that they're trying to circumvent and execute, are not going to happen, okay? They're going to be sad that nothing's not going to work. Nothing's not going to work for them. Everything is going to fall apart, and it's going to make them sad, which will make them better, okay, and humble, more manageable, okay, especially for men of the Lord, okay, to deal with, okay? They're going to come humbled, okay, in the presence of men of the Lord, okay, because they're going to lose everything, and they're going to be sad, totally distraught, destroyed, depressed, anxious, have anxiety. And see, a lot of them won't be able to get on no meds or get their meds. So a lot of these women are going to crash out even more. You know, they're not being able to be comforted by food. You know how Eve loved to eat. That's trauma bonding over food. That's going to be over with. They're going to have to face their fears, their darkest secrets, things that they trying to hide. They're going to have to face all that shit head on. Family members, you know, being cut off, being betrayed, excommunicated, okay, shunned. You know, everybody's going to have to face it. These women, okay? Sorrow is better than laughter. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Right. And this will ultimately humble them down. Okay. So they have to take these L's real hard. They're going to take them all at one time, though. And it's going to be overwhelming to a lot of them. That's why a lot of women want to kill themselves. Okay. You see Esau already killing himself. Suicide is at an all-time high right now. All right. Or Esau take out his whole family. All right. But these women are going to humble down a lot, because they're going to be full of sorrow, right? Ecclesiastes 7:4, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, right? So that's going to make them wisen up, okay? Make the women wisen up in a house of mourning, because they're going to be sad, mourning, okay? But the heart of fools is in the house of mirth, okay? And any woman right now that's still, playing, want to party, listening to Sexy Red, Gorilla, I call her Gorilla Zoe, but her name is Glorilla. I call her Gorilla Zoe, like the rapper, the man rapper, because he's a damn fool, okay? House of Mirth, okay? Fools is in the house of mirth. I told you, I did that lesson. Foolishness, and folly will get you killed in these times, okay? That's going to get you killed out here. All right. There's nothing to play around with. The men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, apostles and elders, a great millstone, bishops, all the way down, have been saying these things for decades. For decades, okay? For years, okay? So these women are entering the house of mourning right now. You can see the looks on their faces, how stupid they look. And like I said, like deer in headlights, okay, and don't have nothing to say. All right. Most High is humbling these women, right? Proverbs 16:18, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall, right? All that pride, okay, goeth before destruction. All right, all the OnlyFans, using men, okay, getting over on the government, okay, all that bullshit, running the streets, okay, getting into it with other women about stupid stuff, okay, running your mouth online, okay, going out to the club, okay, getting dressed up, buying Louis Vuitton, okay, shoes, red bottoms, and all that type of shit, all right, pride goeth before destruction, living it up, okay, and a haughty spirit before a fall, okay, so these women are going down, okay. Esau and Eve are prideful, all right? And now they're being humbled, okay? Esau is destroying himself. He's divided. And Eve is out there being excommunicated and cut off by Esau and his benefits as he destroys himself. And she's out here looking stupid, okay? So they both were prideful, and now destruction is happening, okay? And a haughty spirit before fall, okay? These haughty women, these harlots, okay? And Babylon the Great, okay? All that shit is over with, all right? Haughty spirit before fall. They falling down, all right? So the conclusion of the matter, what is all this? Matthew 24:8. All these are the beginning of sorrows, okay? So you heard the women screaming. You could see the women in the beginning, Eves, with the looks on their faces, scared, shook, like deer in the headlights. And you hear the heathen women wailing and crying, okay? And that's going to come to Babylon the Great as well. So I just wanted to bring that out, all right? So with that, I like to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. Shalom.